I'm going to make a video about the practice test for the 2008 civic test. So we will try. This is 1 to 20 question. Let's see how many I got. Okay, so let's check. I will just focus it to the answers that I got right or wrong. Okay, this part. Okay, what are the two major political parties of the United States? The two political parties of the United States, let's see. Reform and Green, Democratic. Two major political parties, Democratic and Republican, American and Blue Moose, Democratic, Republican, Whigs. The answer is Democratic and Republican. Okay, I got it right. So the symbol of the Republican is an elephant, head of an elephant, and donkey for the Democrat. Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay. Next question. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? So, when was that? The Declaration of Independence was celebrated always July the 4th, and the year is 1776, because we should make sure that we know about that. On July 4, 1776, the colonists adopted the Declaration of Independence. Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. It said the colonies were free from Great Britain. Representatives from the 13 colonies signed the Declaration July 4, 1776. As a special date of American history, it is the day that the United States became an independent country separate from Britain. Okay, let's go to the next question. Let's see how many I will get. What is the name of the national anthem? So the national anthem is the Star Spangled Banner. The Star Spangled Banner is the name of our national anthem. The song is about the United States flag. In the War of 1812, the United States fought the British. One night during the war, British ships attacked Fort McHenry in Baltimore. Bombs exploded all night, and American man named Francis Scott Kay watched the battle of a ship. He worried that the United States might lose the battle. The next morning, he saw the United States flag flying in the wind. He knew that the United States won the battle. When he wrote the words to the Star Spangled Banner, the Star Spangled Banner is now the national anthem of the United States. Okay. So let's do the next question. Let's see what we got in here. Who does the U.S. Senator represent? Okay. Who does a U.S. Senator represent? The state legislature, all the people of the state. So always remember, the senator is the representative. Oh wait. Who does the U.S. Senator represent? All people of the state. That's the answer. All people of the state. Yeah, we got it right. U.S. senators represent all the people in the state. Each state has 2 senators. Every citizen who is 18 or older and living in the state can vote for both senators from the United States. The number of U.S. senators does not change if a state has more power or fewer people living in it. This way, every state has equal representation in the state. In the Senate, I mean. Number 5 question. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? So of course, it's the United States of America. The Pledge of Allegiance is a promise of to be loyal to the United States. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We show loyalty to the United States when we say the Pledge of Allegiance. So that's what it stated there. So we are now in number 6. Let's see. Okay, number 6 question. I really have a hard time. Number 6 question. What is the role of law? All laws must be the same in every state. B. Everyone but the president must follow the law. Everyone must follow the law. Government does not have to follow the law. Everyone must follow the law. The correct answer is everyone must follow the law. In the United States, everyone must follow the law. All people in the groups must follow the law. Government officials must follow the law. Everyone is equal under the government. This way, the government can protect everyone's rights. The rule of law means that everyone must follow the law. That's right. What is the freedom of religion means? So you must choose religion. No one can practice religion. You can choose the time you practice religion. You can practice any religion or not practice religion. So that's the reason why we have the freedom of religion. Okay? Freedom of religion is the ability to practice any religion or not practice a religion. Freedom to practice different religion as part of the American life. It is a part of the First Amendment of the Constitution. Everyone living in the United States has religious freedom. They can choose a practice or any religion or not practice religion. So we have that right. We can choose what we want. Next question. What did the Declaration of Independence do? Okay. What did the Declaration of Independence do? So now we got already 7 answers. So I passed already the test. So that's it. I passed already the interview because it's only until 10 questions and you got 6 and you passed the interview. You passed the citizenship interview. So that's good. That's got a good sign there. What did the Declaration of Independence do? Free the slaves, declared the independence from France, declared our independence from Great Britain, give women the right to vote. So the Declaration of Independence is when we are declared our independence from Great Britain. Oh yeah, that's right answer. The Declaration of Independence announced to the United States independence from Britain. The colonies adopted the Declaration of Independence on July 4, 1776. The Declaration of Independence said that the United States was free from Britain. Okay, so we got 8 already. 8 out of 8. Okay. Nine. Who vetoes bills? What is vetoes mean? I don't understand since I don't know the answer. The vice president, the president, the the who will sign or who will accept the bills. I think the president, the president of Tempur, the Speaker of the House. Of course, it's the bills is approved by the president. That's right. The president vetoes the bills. The president has the power to stop a bill from becoming a law. The president can refuse to sign the bill that Congress approve. This is called a veto. So that's why vetoes. The bill is sent back to the Congress without the president's signature. Congress can change the bill or vote again. If 2/3 of the House of Representatives and 2/3 of the Senate vote to override the veto, it becomes a law without the president's signature. So meaning 2/3. 2/3 of the House of Representatives and 2/3 of the Senate vote override the veto. So it becomes a law. So it's still the representatives and the Senate will talk about it if the president will not accept. So we learn from that. That's good that we learn something. Number 10 question. Let's see until 20 how much we got. What does the Constitution do? Protects basic rights of the Americans. It of the government. Defines the government. All of the answers of answer. The Constitution creates the federal government. It says how the federal government works. It creates a government where citizens choose senator and representative to make a law of the country. The Constitution also protects the basic rights of all Americans. People at the Constitutional Convention wrote the Constitution in 1787. It is the oldest constitution of the world, still used today. So we got all right. Now check more questions. So since we answered already the 6 answers out of 10, we don't get wrong. So I already passed the interview. How I wish. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? So of course we know, because we need the current events. We need to know the current events. So what is the name of the Vice President of the United States? It's Vice President Kamala Harris. Okay. The Vice President advises the President. If the President can no longer serve, the Vice President becomes the President. The Vice President is also the President of the U.S. Senate. The Vice President is also the President of the U.S. Senate. He or she votes in the Senate when there is a tie. Okay. So at least we understand now. She is the head of the Senate. Okay. Next question. Go to the next question. Okay. What are the 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? What are the 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? Write a newspaper and call senators and representatives. Vote and join a civic group. Give an elected official your opinion on an issue and join the community group. Oh yeah, all of these are the answers. Oh good, we're right. Democracy only works when people are active in the government. Voting is one of the best ways for citizens to participate in their democracy, but it is not the only way. We can also call or write letters to the government representatives. We can ask questions about the government to share our opinion. We can join the civic group, a community group, or help with the election campaign. We can write the letter to a newspaper. Sometimes the newspaper will print the letter for everyone to read, or we can choose to run for office. So this is it. Since there is no multiple choice anymore like they used to do last year, So this year they're asking only the right answer, so it's easy. So what are the two ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? You can just say we can choose to run for office, or we can write a letter. We can write a letter to a newspaper, or we can choose to run for office. So that's it. You don't, because no questions there, no answers. That is all of the above, like we did right now. Name one state that borders Canada. Borders Canada is Maine. Say Maine. There are 13 states that border Canada: Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Minnesota, North Dakota, Montana, Idaho, Washington, and Alaska. Maybe that's the reason why they are too cold, because they are near in Canada. Canada is the country of the north of the United States. The U.S. border with Canada changed many times in American history, but it has not changed since 1846. So Maine yun. When must all men register for the Selective Service? So the Selective Service must be 18 years old to 26. Okay, all men must register for the Selective Service between the age of 18 and 26. When you register, you tell the government you can serve in the military if necessary. Selective service was used in World War II, in Korean War and Vietnam War. The government calls this the draft. United States does not have a draft now. You do not have to serve in the military unless you want it. So you have a freedom already to choose if you want to serve in the military or not. So no more draft. Okay, number 15 question. Name one of U.S. territory. U.S. territory. So if you just say name one of the U.S. territory, it's easy. Just say Guam. Guam. Let's see. Guam. See, Guam. There are 5 major U.S. territories: Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, American Samoa, Northern Mariana Islands, and Guam. So it's easy to answer if you say Puerto Rico or Guam. So territories have their own local governments. They also must follow the laws of the U.S. federal government. So that's what they needed. Also, they must follow the law, the federal law of the U.S. government. So Guam. Next question. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? Who was the president during the Great Depression and World War II? My goodness. If no choices, I don't know the answer. So I failed with this question already. If there is no choices. World War II, I forgot who is it. During World War II, Franklin Roosevelt. Yeah, that's right. World War II. Franklin Roosevelt was the President of the United States during the Great Depression and World War II. Franklin Roosevelt became president in 1933. The United States economy was weak. Banks failed. Many people did not have jobs. Oh my goodness. Franklin Roosevelt tried to fix the economy. He made rules for banks and stock market. He started programs to create jobs and help workers across the country. The United States joined World War II in 1941. Americans joined Britain and the Soviet Union to fight against Germany, Italy, and Japan. Franklin Roosevelt was the president until he died in 1945. Roosevelt led America. led America through the challenges of the Great Depression and World War II. Oh my. So he is the president in the World War II. At least we learn. It's really hard to answer like that if no multiple choice. My goodness. Because that's what they said right now. No multiple choice in the interview. 17th question. Who is the commander-in-chief of the military? Commander-in-chief. So of course it's easy to answer that. It's the president. So it's always the president who is the commander-in-chief of the military. Okay, the president is the commander-in-chief of the military. The president is a civilian, not a military official. The writer of the Constitution wanted the commander-in-chief to be a civilian who is elected by the people. So that's why president is a commander-in-chief. So it should be a civilian. So the president is a civilian that was elected by people. So at least we learned something. Okay, number 18 question. Because the why does the flag have 13 stripes? A. Because the stripes represent the members of the Continental Congress. No. Because it was considered lucky. 13. No. Because the stripes represent the number and signature of the U.S. Constitution. No. Because the stripes represents the original colonies. Tama. Letter D. Original colonies. United States flag has 13 stripes because there were 13 original colonies. Today, the United States is an independent country. Before that, it was 13 separate colonies. Britain governed the 13 colonies. The 13 colonies worked together to fight the British. They won the War of Independence in 1783. The colonies became an independent country called the United States of America. The 13 original colonies became the first state. The flag has 13 stripes to represent the original colonies. Wow, we learned something. Next question. Number 19. In what month do we vote for president? So as I have known, it was November, because I remember that voting. Me and my husband go to the voting station. We vote for the president in November. November in 1845, Congress decided that November was the perfect month to have elections. At that time, most American citizens live on farms. By November, farmers had finished harvesting their crops. They could leave the farm to vote. Also, November was not as cold as winter months. Bad weather would not stop people from voting. That's right. Oh, we are now in the last question. Wow, we don't have wrong. Let's see the last one. If the president can no longer serve, who become the president? If the president can no longer serve, who become the president? So of course, our vice president. But I have to add you also this, what I have known. If the president and the vice president can no longer serve, the Speaker of the House will be the president. But it did not happen in the history yet, okay? So if the president can no longer serve, who becomes the president? It's the vice president, see? If the president can no longer serve, the vice president becomes the president. This had occurred 9 times in American history. For example, in November 22, 1963, President John F. Kennedy was shot in Dallas, Texas, 99 minutes. Imagine that, 99 minutes after President Kennedy's death. The Vice President Lyndon Johnson was sworn in as president. Oh wow, we got 20 out of 20. Wow, that's great there. Let's view the result. This is exciting. Let's see. Good job. See, it said that good job. Good job. You answered 100% of the questions correctly. If you would like to keep practicing, you can take another practice test. So we will just stop for now because it's already late at night. At least we got 100%. Yeah.